Alright, so here we go again. Net neutrality is in danger. Let me ask you this. How many times have we dealt with this song and dance before? Hold on. I have to find a good place with a good connection. Well, like I said, how many times have we dealt with this before? Several times this has already been brought up by other people who have attempted it, and what's happened? Sorry about that. But even our own president has fought against it, and I'm pretty sure if he wants to keep his approval rating up and in good standing with the people, he's not going to allow this to happen. Besides, there are thousands, if not millions, of people right now. Hold on for a sec. Sorry about that. But there are thousands, if not millions, of people right now that are fighting. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, there you go. That are fighting against it. Not many people want this to happen. You know why? You know why they don't want it to happen? Because what point is it? What? What's the point? What? So you could control what we do? What if we have an account on DeviantArt or Paraffinian or Writing.com and all that? What are you gonna do? Charge us $10, $10 to $5? Sorry for the bad connection. But what are you gonna do? Charge us $10 just to go to that site? You know, is the government so desperate for extra cash, and corporations as well, are they desperate enough for extra cash that they're willing to basically charge people for using the net? It's not going to work. You already have thousands, if not millions, of people already going online at battleforthenet.net or .com. You have people already calling up Congress. You got people already doing videos, social media, all that crap. Because of the fact they don't want this to happen. They don't want this to become a reality. And they know the last time this was attempted, it failed because they spoke up. And if Congress wants to save... Hold on. Yeah, somebody... Hold on, people are on the phone right now. And like I said, if Congress wants to save the Senate, the beats in the Senate, if Congress, and if our state Congress people want to save the seats in the near future, they know they're not going to allow it to pass. Because the more people call them up and tell them, through their secretaries or whatever, that this cannot occur, this cannot happen, and here's the reason why, the more they're going to realize it's never going to pass. Haven't you ever noticed that when this comes up, it's all because of what's going on, you know, the terrorism and all that? You know, is that the reasoning? Is that the reasoning this is happening? Every time there's a terrorist act, and I'm not saying those are the reasons they're doing this, but most of the time, anytime we have a threat to our country or any part of the world, this comes up. All of a sudden, we have net neutrality coming up. We have, oh, well, let's control the internet and all that. Every time we have people that disrespect each other, troll each other, stuff like this happens. You know, companies like the one I work for here will not stand for it because they have free internet. Free internet for the people that shop there. people over in these areas have free internet. You think they're going to want to support this? No. No, they're not. And they are going to be some of the biggest game changers of all, because they too are going to get behind this. Do you think the superstars, the men, the women, Vince McMahon himself, all of them are going to want net neutrality to be destroyed? No. And they're going to be the biggest supporters. The point is, this person that's bringing this up is just like everybody else. It's just like those before him. He's trying to find a reasoning for it. And you know what? It's not going to succeed. And even if it does succeed, there's going to be a whole backlash against it. People are going to protest it to the point that it's going to be held back from even happening. How many times has a lot of this stuff happened? From pipers, from pippers, to this and that. How many times has this happened? Huh? How many times has somebody tried to control the internet, tried to come up with some kind of bill or reasoning to control the internet? And it's always backfired. A lot. I don't know why this is any different. It's not going to succeed. Nobody's going to want to have the internet taken away from them, especially big corporations like Walmart, Target, or anybody else. Or even places like WWE, UFC, they're not going to want to take it away from them. Especially when most of their services, like the networks, the streaming networks, depend on the internet, depend on free internet or something like that. It depends on it. Netflix is not going to want it to become a reality. Hulu's not going to want it to become a reality. Amazon, all of them are not going to want it to become a reality. They are not. They're not going to want it to become a reality. All these companies, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Tubin, they're not going to want it to become a reality, because pretty much it ruins their businesses. It ruins their business. It ruins them getting money. And it doesn't make sense. Basically what the FCC doesn't want it to happen. The only reason they want to control it is to make money, because they need to find extra places to gain some more money. They got to find extra avenues to find money. What other places can we gorge and get money from? What about the internet? That's the only reason. Because even though they have the money, they're trying to find ways to make extra money. And some might say, they're trying to recover from that second recession. Well, you know what? I can understand trying to recover and trying to get trying to get back to some financial stabilization. I get that. But guess what? Controlling the internet, choosing what people watch and don't watch, is not the way of doing it. And again, it's not going to pass. You know why it's not going to pass? Because basically no one's going to allow it to happen. As I've mentioned, you have thousands, if not millions of people right now You have thousands, if not millions of people right now online that are voting against, that are voicing their disdain, their displeasure with this. How many times does these people need to get, how many times does Congress, or the people, or one or two of the people, or several of the people that come up with this proposal in Congress, how many times is it going to take before they get it through their skulls? It's never going to work. It's not going to work. They just don't get it. All they're doing is trying to find desperate ways to earn extra cash to, in their minds, re-establish the financial stabilization in the country. It's not going to work. And companies like what I work for and everybody else, major corporations and all that, they're not going to be for it. Neither is the FCC. And even if it barely passes, this thing to control the net, there's going to be a fight against it. It's going to be a fight that's going to hold back the thing from fully passing, fully becoming a reality. In that battle, and then when that backlash occurs, in the end, it's still not going to happen, because you know what? They got to get it through their skulls. People love net neutrality. They want it to stay. And again, I'm not saying this is the main reason, but have you ever noticed anytime we've had terrorist actions in this country or any parts of the world, something like this ends up coming up as being a possible solution or reasoning? Let me put it this way. You think Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook is going to want this to happen? No. People at Apple? No. The point is, nobody is going to want this to become a reality. Hold on for a sec. Like I said, nobody's going to want this to become a reality because it's dumb. It's stupid. Alright? And again, by December 14th, it's not going to go through because Congress is going to have so many calls up the yin-yang that they're going to want to save that they know the only way they're going to be able to save those seats is to vote against it. Because I'm pretty sure there's people in Congress, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, whatever, they're like, this don't make sense. Because you know what? It's not just going to affect, you know, the people around all these corporations and all the people that depend on the internet. It's going to affect them as well. And they know it. That's why it's not going to pass either. If they want to save their seats for the following years in re-elections, they know they got to vote against it. Trump knows that if he wants to approve his approval rating with the people, he's going to be against it. Because you know what? It's going to affect him as well. So when I look at this whole hashtag net neutrality being in danger, being close to being extinct, all I do is this. I leave it to the man above, the Lord Almighty, God Himself, Jesus Christ Almighty. I pray to Him and I say, don't let this pass. And that's what you guys need to do. And also, I look at the fact that this has been attempted before and it's failed. It's failed every time it's been attempted. So honestly, there is concern, yes, but I don't think we should be as concerned because if one of us or two of us don't speak, millions of others are going to stand, thousands and millions of others are going to stand up and say no to the whole net neutrality being taken away. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to occur. That's what's going to happen. So I look at it this way. Pray, give it to God above, to the Lord above, as well as look back to what's happened in the past. Look back and realize that this has been attempted before and it's failed. All because of what's going on right now. The same thing that's going on right now, and that is people calling up Congress, voting against it, basically tweeting, retweeting, doing whatever it takes. Because you know why? In the end, it's not going to happen. And that's a fact. But all you can do now is pray to the Lord above, give it to Him, and hope for the best. Because yes, it is a concern, but you know what? I truly believe we've been through this before. It's nothing is going to come of it. Because even Congress, even members in Congress that are hearing about this proposal, even they know it's stupid. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you all for watching live. I'm going to go get something lunch right now. I'll talk to y'all later.